Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey, and you're watching Hit the Streets, our latest crime-fighting initiative that targets criminals before they can target our citizens.
They say that crime will rise to the level a community will tolerate. In Brevard County, we have zero tolerance for crime. These are the stories.
Okay, folks, this is Hit the Streets, an action-packed, up-close and personal look at what our deputies face every day as they work hard to keep our streets safe. Hit the Streets follows our directed patrol unit that focuses on high-intensity target areas that have a significant number of narcotic sales, drug usage, burglaries, and violent crime. Tonight, we hit the streets of South Brevard County, where after a quick briefing at our South Precinct, it didn't take long for things to heat up as Deputy Herb Smith and Agent Tyler Harrell made the first arrest of the night following a traffic stop where the driver had an out-of-county warrant.
I mean, this isn't up to us. We have no control over it.
I explained that to him, you know.
We hate to do it in
That's
front
the
of
one
your
person we
kids.
can't go
I appreciate y'all back
the
here.
judge, you know what I mean?
Like I said, I'm not.
Yeah, like I said, what I first said to you, been straight up to me, been honest, been respectful, just like a man. I'm gonna treat you like one, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna do nothing I won't want nobody else to do in front of my seat.
As soon as I'm just waiting for them to call me on the radio, so I'll let you know.
As a result of the traffic stop, it's determined that the driver, Daniel Lugo, had a warrant for his arrest out of St. Lucie County for failure to appear on a charge of driving while license suspended. Lugo was subsequently transported to Brevard County Jail, where he was held on a $10,000 bond per the instructions of the out-of-county warrant. Okay, our next case started when one of our agents conducted a traffic stop on a silver in color Nissan SUV. The vehicle didn't stop right away and then pulled into a driveway on Wolverine Street in Melbourne. Once the vehicle stopped, the driver immediately exited the SUV, identified himself as Leonard Jefferson, and informed the agents that he didn't have a valid driver's license. K-9 Deputy Tyler Habart was present at the scene and utilized K-9 Colt to conduct a free air sniff of the vehicle that resulted in a positive alert.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see from the video, once our agents conducted a search of the vehicle, they located numerous containers and vials containing illegal narcotics, as well as various items of drug paraphernalia. In a post-Miranda statement, Jefferson confessed to having knowledge, possession, and ownership of the various items and drugs. Jefferson was transported to Brevard County Jail, where he was held on a $33,000 bond for various charges, including possession of opium or derivative, possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, and driving while license suspended with knowledge. Now, our next little adventure followed several of our agents witnessing what appeared to be a hand-to-hand drug transaction that occurred in an area off of Tree Ridge Lane that is known for drug sales. When our hit team attempted to approach the area to confront Dennis Guignard, who had conducted the transaction, all of the subjects, including Guignard, took off running. Guignard was given repeated commands to stop. However, he continued to flee the officers on foot. Sadly for him, though, he met another one of our agents who played college football, and let's just say that Guignard didn't quite make it to the end zone. Guignard was arrested by our hit team members and was transported to Brevard County Jail on a bond of $500 for resisting arrest without violence. For our next case, let's head over to the area of South Lake Circle in Melbourne, where Deputy Kyle Shuck and Agent Sean Hannigan attempted to stop a blue Chrysler that was traveling in excess of 20 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. As soon as the deputies attempted to make the traffic stop, the vehicle fled at a high rate of speed, running through several red lights as it attempted to elude law enforcement. Shuck and Hannigan terminated the attempt to stop the vehicle, but a short time later located the vehicle on South Lake Circle.
There he is.
Subsequent to making contact with the driver of the vehicle, Shaheem Monper Aus, Shuck and Hannigan learned that Monper Aus had refused to stop the vehicle because it wasn't his vehicle and he did not possess a valid Florida driver's license.
He told me it's not his car. That's why he didn't want to stop, right?
Yeah, that's not my car.
You didn't stop because you didn't know what was wrong with it?
Why'd you drive like that, though? Crazy. That's dangerous, man. All right, man. You got to go to the jailhouse, okay?
All right.
All right, just stand up.
After confirming that his driver's license was in fact suspended, Monpraus was taken into custody for fleeing and attempting to elude with disregard to personal property and also driving while license suspended with knowledge. Monpraus was transported to the Brevard County Jail on a total bond of $5,500. Now, our next arrest followed a traffic stop for illegal window tint by Deputy Irizarry and Agent Hannah Polito that took place at the U-Mart in Melbourne. As Izzy approached the vehicle, he requested to see the person's driver's license and was informed by the driver that he did not have a license. As Izzy is speaking to the driver, things start to take a different path.
How you doing, man?
Good.
Let me get your driver's license, bro.
I don't have them.
Oh, okay. Hey, get your hands on the Get your hands up top. Get your hands up top, bro. Hey, let's get another unit. Watch yourself. Any weapons, knives, guns, or anything? All right. Okay. Come on, step up.
I don't have my phone.
I got you. I'm cool with you. All right. Hey.
I had surgery on my phone.
All right, come here, bro.
Run the handcuffs.
Till I figure out what's in the center console right there on that baggie.
Yeah.
Okay, till I figure out what's that, we're gonna figure out what it is. We're not under arrest. It's an investigation. All right.
As you can see from the video, as Deputy Irizarry was conducting the initial part of the traffic stop, he observed the passenger of the vehicle reaching into his jacket and also the passenger seat area. Both subjects were removed from the vehicle and a search revealed, as you might guess, illegal drugs.
Molly. This one looks like it may be their heroin on there. We're gonna test these to maybe one of them fentanyl or cocaine, but trafficking them out, party packed on there. Now we're just gonna test them out here in a minute.
While he was detained, the driver of the vehicle, Caree Shropshire, was found to be in possession of a white piece of paper that was balled up in his hand. The paper had a white powder residue that later field tested positive for MDMA. Shropshire admitted to having the substance and advised that he uses it for pain management. In total, Izzy and Hannah seized from the vehicle 3.4 grams of what field tested positive as fentanyl, 7.4 grams of what field tested positive as cocaine, 7.6 grams of what tested positive for cocaine base, and an additional 14.6 grams of a substance that field tested positive for cocaine base as well. All of the items were seized as evidence and were being submitted to the crime lab for fingerprinting in an attempt to connect them to the passenger, who is suspected of stashing the items inside the vehicle. Shropshire was later transported to the Brevard County Jail for driving while license suspended with knowledge and also possession of drug paraphernalia. You know, in Brevard County, we put tons of emphasis on asking people to not drink and drive, but for whatever reason, they still get behind the wheel of a car after consuming too much alcohol, which brings us to our next case by K-9 Deputy Tyler Habart.
Hey, just a minute, bud. Stay there for me, okay? How you doing?
Excellent.
You have a seat for me?
What's that?
You have a seat for me?
610.
You got your driver's license on you?
Lane and Bridgewater Drive.
You rolled that stop sign back there, okay? You gotta come to a complete stop. You live here?
Yes.
Kilo 80.
Well, I'm moving in.
Just hop on out for me for a minute, man. Come back to the front of my car. Right back over here.
Sure. I have keys.
That's good right there. All right, listen, man. You wanted to participate in the DUI investigation?
The driver, Dana Jensen, who had extremely bloodshot eyes, was given a field sobriety test, which he could not successfully complete, as he continued to show further signs of impairment. Jensen was charged by Deputy Habart with driving under the influence and was transported to Brevard County Jail on a $1,000 bond. So our last case of the night started out when Deputy Irizarry and Agent Hannah Polito attempted to stop a black Cadillac sedan for excessive speed and also not wearing a seatbelt.
It's a black Cadillac, one occupant.
Made a right on Pepperwood. 10 you turn your lights off.
Give a better description of the road that is on.
Here.
Yeah, I got it.
It's Tower, right across from where we're at 846, 1050.
Sammy's.
He's fleeing that way.
He's on 12 Pine Road.
All right, hold on. He's right here.
Stop.
Vehicle description. Should be a black four-door car.
He bailed out.
Hands.
Hands! Hands! Hands!
Hands.
All right, he stopped. That's him. Cuff him. Step by.
Turn around right now.
Holy. All right, dude.
Hands behind back.
As you can see from the video, the suspect attempts to flee from the deputies at a high rate of speed and then pulled over in a neighborhood where he bailed into the passenger seat of the vehicle.
He fled, stopped here, and jumped on the passenger seat.
Right away.
He was, yeah, fled, stopped here, and jumped on the passenger seat. You're under arrest for fleeing or looting.
It's on camera.
Don't worry about it. You're under arrest right now for fleeing or looting.
Pursuant to taking the subject into custody, the sole occupant of the vehicle was identified as Randall Miranda, whose driver's license had been suspended for habitual traffic violations and refusals to submit since 1997. Miranda later admitted to Deputy Irizarry that he was the driver of the vehicle and that he freaked out when he saw the blue lights because he knew that his driver's license was suspended and he didn't want to go to jail. Miranda was transported to Brevard County Jail on a total bond of $7,750 for fleeing and attempting to elude, possession of an open container, failure to register a motor vehicle, and driving while license suspended with knowledge as a habitual felony offender. Well, there you have it, folks. Another great night for our Hit the Streets team and another great night of taking criminals and drugs off our streets. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of Hit the Streets. And remember, in Brevard County, we are tough on crime and even tougher on criminals.